Hello there. I thought I'd do a spring watch today. I'll have a little look at most of the major models and what they are showing for spring 2022. Looking forward to spring, as I'm sure most of you are. Hope you're having a good weekend. Just to mention, it's a little bit noteworthy that today there's a lot of model output suggesting that we could have a little bit of snow at the end of this week, especially in northern parts, but will firm up through the week as it's way too far out. I'll talk a wee bit more about this, but this is about spring. And technically, spring begins on the 1st of March, meteorological spring, March, April, and May. And it is simply for statistics, so we can compare one season to the next. Astrological spring begins on the 21st of March. That's when the spring equinox occurs and continues on until about the 20th of June. I think in Scotland, that's when spring certainly is. We are sometimes lucky and we'll have it a little bit earlier, but March can often be a month that is wintry at times. But let's have a wee look at what's happening this year. I'm very excited to show you the latest model output. So in just 2 seconds and we'll screen share this with you. And I'm going to go into Copernicus website today for this information. So I'm going to show you a few models, very quick video, but just showing you the trends. There's a fair amount of consistency actually between the models, which always pleases me. Makes us feel just that wee bit more confident in what we're doing. Okay, let's begin with DWD. This is the Icon model, the German model. And here are your 500 millibar height anomalies. So this is a wee bit higher in the atmosphere, and it's shown us where we're more likely to have high pressure, which is the oranges, the reds, the yellows, or low pressure represented by blue in this chart. And as you can see, the picture for March, April, and May, the months of springtime look to be high pressure dominated there, with a nice extension of the Azores High, ridging into the UK and western, central, and southern parts of Europe there. The jet stream is way to the north, and you can see that with the blue colours, north of Iceland and Scandinavia. What about the upper air temperatures, the 850 HPA temperatures? They look mild. So DWD is going for a warm and a fairly dry spring. That's our first model. Let's have a little look at the ECM. Very similar picture there. This is your 500 hectopascal heights, again looking at the pressure higher up in the atmosphere. This model's got the high pressure more centred over the UK, so lighter winds, drier, sunnier, and I would assume reasonably warm. Let's have a wee look at the 850s. The temperatures about a mile up in the atmosphere, and you can see that they are much warmer than would be expected for March, April, and May. We're getting off to a good start here. So far, dry spring and warm spring. Remember, there will be variations from month to month, week to week, and day to day. This is just a general trend of how spring may feel for us this year. Very interesting, isn't it? Let's have a little look here as well at another 500 hectopascal height. Very, very similar here from the C3S model. High pressure right over the UK. An extension of the high pressure from the Azores into Europe there. Looking good. Let's have a look at the temperatures. Again, much warmer than would normally be expected during springtime. So our third model looking good, isn't it? Let's have a little look at the JMA. This is the Japanese model, and here we go again, high pressure, and those red colours are routed over the UK. So that looks quite fair. I mean, what I would say with all the charts so far is the northwest of Scotland could perhaps have a few windier incursions, some fronts pushing through from time to time, but very little in the way of rain getting further south and east, with this particular setup. So let's have a look at the temperatures. And we'll have a wee look at the temperatures from the GMA, of course. Here we are. And they're much warmer than normal, right over the UK, bathed in those red colours. It's all looking very good. Let's have a little look now at the Met Office and see what the Met Office has got to say for things. First of all, the temperatures up in a mile up in the atmosphere at 850 HPA. Where's my teeth today? And they're looking warmer than is normal. Again, very, very similar charts from all the models. Here are your heights from the Met Office, and it's shown again high pressure, particularly rooted in the south. I think of all the models so far, the Met Office here is a little bit more suggestive that the northwest could be unsettled from time to time, although it looks as if the pressure anomalies are greater than normal. Let's have a look at Meteo France and see what it says. Well, this is a good picture. This is showing the high pressure much more centred over the UK. The whole of the UK are in those very deep orange or red colours, showing that there is a likelihood of above average heights, above average pressure for the spring. Let's have a look at the temperatures a mile up in the atmosphere. And again, very, very warm. I think Meteo France has got the warmer upper air temperatures extending much further north into the Arctic as well. So again, another model saying the same thing. And just to show you, the NCEP model is going for much warmer temperatures than normal. And if we look at the pressure chart, then again, high pressure right in over the country. Just that little suggestion that there could be a little bit more changeable in the northwest from time to time. It's looking pretty good, isn't it, for springtime? So I've been writing posts on it for a wee while now, saying that I think that it's going to be a drier season, a warmer season than normal. I just wonder, will we get a little easterly in March at some point, which could be chilly. I'm not completely convinced, but it's just a feeling, an instinct that I've got that it might go a little bit chilly as we go into spring initially. But what this forecast and all these models are showing is we're going to have much drier than normal conditions, and it's going to be warmer than normal as well. I would like to suggest that those conditions do continue into early summer, but from what I can see so far, early heads up for summer here, what I can see at the moment is that the summer is most likely to be front loaded. So the best of the conditions probably mid-spring and into around about the midsummer period. I think at the end of June, going into July, things could change. So I know that I rely on my own analysis of the weather to take breaks in the UK. If I was taking a break this year, I'd go for May. I'd go for May or I'd go for June. Earlier on in the season. That's not to say we won't get good days in July and August. However, most Augusts have been quite disappointing of recent years, apart from maybe 2 years ago. But most Augusts, really, since about 2012, have been cool, have been unsettled, and quite wet from time to time as well. So it looks like we're going to have a good spring. I will keep you updated. It looks like early summer, we'll say, is promising at the moment. With a deterioration to more mixed conditions as we enter the month of July. I hope you enjoy the first spring watch, and I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.